Hi, third graders. Welcome, welcome. Third graders, today I have invited you and I've invited the teachers and I've actually invited your librarian today so we're all on the same page about citing our sources this year. Now, I know you guys gather facts in second grade and you guys learn the difference between fact and opinions. And finding facts is important. And in third grade, it's going to be as important as well. When you guys gather facts in third grade, you might actually write about those facts and find a bunch of facts and turn it into things called reports or essays. I think you guys do animal reports this year, and we need to practice this skill so that when we do these reports, we're citing our sources. When we cite our sources, we're giving credit where credit is due. And you're going to hear me say that a lot today because giving credit where credit to due is important. So today in the library, we're all going to get on the same page, teacher, librarian, and student, making sure that we are citing our sources when we find information. So the first thing we need to talk about is copyright. Copyright is actually a law that can protect you as someone who made something, or it could be bad if you took someone's things and passed them off as your own. So copyright is a law that protects someone's original work. With the copyright law, no one can take the things that you create and call them their own. If you created an awesome song on GarageBand, I bet you'd be really proud. The copyright laws are in place so that no one can take that song and say that they made it when you were the one that made it. Copyright protects you. So no one can steal your work, and copyright laws protect original work. We could also think about it in the other way. When we gather facts from a book, we are taking someone's original work, and we need to make sure that we aren't in violating the law, especially the copyright laws, or committing plagiarism. So the things that copyright laws protect are music, artwork, books, images, pictures, plays, and so much more. To protect yourself at school, we need to make sure that we aren't taking someone's information and calling it our own. So when you gather some facts, you need to think about these things. You need to think about who wrote the information. You need to think about what is the title called. Think about where did you find the information? Did you find the information on a website, in a book, or in the library, or a newspaper? You need to think about things when you gather these facts because you're taking their research and you want to make sure you're not turning it into your own. If you take their research and do it word for word and you don't cite your sources, that would be a problem and that would actually be cheating. You would take someone else's work and call it your own. A fancy word for this is called plagiarism. Plagiarism can be bad, but we're going to teach you a lot of ways that we can avoid plagiarism and not cheat and take other people's information. We're going to make sure we turn it into our own information. So to avoid plagiarism, here's some things that we can do. We got to make sure we give credit where credit is due. You heard me say that again. When you take a fact from a book, it's important to write the title of the book that you got the fact from. Remember, your teacher or librarian will help you cite your sources whenever you need help. Another thing that you can do is summarize information into your own words. Now that can be hard, but basically when you guys read something and then you say it back out loud, you're putting it into your own words, and that will help protect you from plagiarism. Here's a sentence that I want to practice on. I want you guys to look at. I found this in a book about cheetahs. Cheetahs inhabit a variety of mostly arid habitats, like dry forests, scrub forests, and savannas. Now, if I took all that information and wrote the same information in my report, I'd be taking that person's work and copying it, and that would be plagiarism. Remember, we want to avoid plagiarism. One way to avoid plagiarism is we're going to take that sentence and put it into our own words. So I see that it has inhabits, which kind of means habitats. Arid habitats are like deserts, and I see that they live in forests and savannas. So to turn this into my own word, I might say, the cheetah's habitats are mostly deserts, forests, and savannas. You can see from the original sentence that I took the information and changed it so that I turned it into my own words. Now I want you guys to try. This is from a book that I read about Kansas. And in the Kansas book, I want to make sure that I use this information because I think it's important that I say what this sentence says, but I need to make sure I turn it into my own words. So let's think about this, and I want you to think about it, third graders, in your own head. Are you guys ready to try? Okay, the original sentence is Kansas was one of the most productive agricultural states, producing high yields of wheat, corn, sorghum, and soybeans. Now, I want you guys to all think, how can I change this sentence and how can we put it into our own words? I want you to think about it in your head for me. Okay, now I know this is hard and this is a new skill, but I want you all to be brave and vulnerable together. Talk to somebody near you, talk to a shoulder partner. How could you take this sentence and put it to your own words? Okay, as I was listening to you guys talk, I wanted to share what Rebecca said. Rebecca had a great idea. So, Rebecca, what do you think? How can you put this in your own words? She said that Kansas makes a lot of agricultural products. Kansas makes wheat, corn, sorghum, and soybeans. That was a great job, Rebecca. You did all the things that you needed to do, put that into your own words. It's important that we don't accidentally plagiarize information. And remember, even though you put information into your own words, we'll still need to cite our sources at the end so that we give credit where credit is due. Finally, guys, if you are all unsure, just ask your teacher. The teacher is here to help you with these new skills that you're developing this year. This is definitely a new thing for third graders. You've all proven that we learn facts from books in second grade. Now you're going to take all these facts and use them in different ways. That's going to be exciting to see. When you guys go back to class, there's going to be a QR code up on your smartboard. You're going to test your knowledge to see how well you can do on the CyberBee quiz. They're going to test you on the things that we learned about today. You guys were an amazing audience. Thank you for coming to the library today. Remember, your third grade teachers will help you cite sources this year. They'll always let you know when you need to cite sources. Usually you're going to do that in your writing projects. I'm really excited to see what you guys come up with this year. Now, as you can see, my last slide is me citing my sources because those information that I gave to you today, I researched from websites, and some of the pictures that you saw today, I found on websites as well. It's important that even I cite my sources when I'm teaching third graders. So, third graders, take a look at your teacher, go back to class, and we'll see you guys soon. Thank you.